Okay, so interesting stuff. So I've talked about fast beat slow. I've talked about a couple of mega trends. I think, what does this mean for SMBs? I have been working and focused on mid-market or small and medium-sized businesses for the last 15 years. So when I think about Australia, as I understand, 2 million small businesses in Australia, and SMBs employing about 40% of everybody in the country. So I think the lower cost of technology means you can put Australian business dollars to work in a much better fashion. You can put your customer first. That creates trust. Today, in an internet-connected world, I think about trust as your currency, but reputation is your capital. Very quickly, you use digital to create a brand, to manage your reputation. At the same time, that same digital media can be used to destroy you if you're not managing it incredibly quickly. Regardless of all of that, trust will never go out of fashion. You can build a lifelong relationship with a customer through digital, and customers will only transact with you if they trust you. And you got to think that every company is in technology, not just technology companies. So data. One of the things that a lot of small businesses sometimes shy away with, I would encourage you, data is now as important as oil or gold. There's no excuse for not understanding your customer. You have the tools. That data helps you to remove human bias. For the last 40 or 50 years, we've made bad decisions because we've been able to superimpose on top of the data human bias. Today, digital enables you to remove the bias, so you're actually getting the right answer. And I think data is essential to unleash the full potential of technology. I'd encourage you to put digital at the heart of your businesses and to think about everything that you can do. And that then comes down to the world we live in is about a war for talent. How do you get the best possible talent to work in your business? And here, in Adelaide, I've been really impressed with the work that's going on in the city, in particular UNISA, and all of the related kind of groupings here and the partnerships that UNISA has, two of whom are here with us today. Because I think without talented people, you can't actually harness technology. You can bring in diversity to avoid groupthink. You can always add learning. But I think I'd leave you at one last point before maybe we move to kind of more of a discussion. What I would encourage you to start to think about as you build your business in the digital world is to celebrate failure. Failure is one of these things that is kind of, I come from, I suppose, a post-British type country where for some reason we kind of look down upon failure. In the digital world, failure, when it happens quickly, enables you to move to a better solution. And so what happens is if you can actually take away the stench of whatever society bestows upon failure, you can move incredibly quickly. Because from failure you learn. And I think in many ways some of the most successful failures of all time were the Romans. Because as the Romans decided to conquer, they sent teams in different directions. And the team that didn't come back, they knew not to go there because there were bad enemies over there. And so that's the key thing in life. If you understand where not to go, you'll actually double your resources on where to go. Just an example of how to embrace failure, because failure reduces the time to success. And I think if you create that environment in an always digital world, you have an opportunity to do really very interesting things.